This is video 6 of 8 covering the Primary Exam 2 Study Guide. In this video, we will start at the top of page 10, go to page 12, looking at chapter 17, which is focused on the 3 overhead methods. We're looking at the problems or application type questions. The first one, actual activity usage for red is as follows. So that's actual info. We'll use that to apply overhead. Budgeted, aka estimated information, is here. We want to use activity-based costing, and we want to calculate their activity rates, aka their estimated overhead rates. Using activity-based costing. You are given this formula. Any estimate of overhead rate requires an estimate of cost over an estimate of basis. This is my budgeted or estimated information. I've got 3 activities. I'm going to have 3 rates. To calculate, remember the cost driver is basically the basis. Those are direct labor hours, those are machine hours, those are the inspections. This is my estimated overhead. That amount is estimated overhead cost. So I need an estimate of cost over the estimated basis for each of these activities. So for mixing, $160,000 is the estimated cost for that activity divided by the estimated basis for that activity, which is 40,000 direct labor hours. 160 divided by 40 is $4 per direct labor hour. For electricity, 22,000 in estimated overhead cost over 10,000 estimated machine hours. That comes out to $220 per machine hour. Inspections, estimated overhead cost of 98,000 over 490 estimated inspections. That is $200 per inspection. Now I want to apply the rates. So I've got $4 per direct labor hour, $220 per machine hour, $200 per inspection. I've got 3 activities. I've got 3 rates for each product. And I've got 2 products. I should apply all 3 rates to all of each product's actual bases for those that are applicable to those rates. So I bring down my rates. 4 per direct labor hour, 220 per machine hour, 200 per inspection. Same thing for the other product. For every product, I bring down all 3 rates for all 3 activities. It will give me estimated overhead costs for each, as aspects of each activity for each product. So first I'm looking at cupcakes. So I need the estimated rate. I've got those here. I need to multiply them by the actual basis. So I need the actual direct labor hours for cupcakes, the actual machine hours for cupcake, the actual inspections for the cupcakes. So here are the cupcakes. This is actual activity usage. Cupcakes had 28,000 actual direct labor hours. I need Cupcakes actual machine hours. 6,000. Actual machine hours for Cupcakes. Inspections, actual inspections for Cupcakes. That's 274. $112. 13,200. 54,800. 112 plus 13,200 plus 54,800. $180,000 in total. Now I'm focused on cookies. I've got $4 per direct labor hour. I need cookies, actual direct labor hours. That was 12,000. I need cookies, actual machine hours. 4,000. I need cookies, actual inspections. 4 times 12, 48,000. 8,800. Add those up. 100,000. That's how much was applied to each product. So to rehash this, apply for each activity and then sum them up for each product that you have. Okay, plant-wide and departmental overhead. Rothner Manufacturing has the following budgeted data for its 2 production departments. This is budgeted, this is actual. So that's my estimates. That's my actual. I will use this to apply overhead. I will use the estimated to calculate the estimated overhead rate. I've got estimated cost for assembly, for finishing, estimated direct labor hours for the 2 departments. If I'm doing plant-wide though, I need plant totals. So I'm going to go ahead and calculate those. 2 million across the entire plant, assuming these are the only 2 departments, and it kind of insinuates that. I'm going to go ahead and calculate the totals for the actual data too. Okay, what is the plant-wide rate based on direct labor hours? So my basis is direct labor hours. This formula is given to me. If I want the plant-wide rate, I need the plant's total estimated overhead cost over the plant's estimated basis, or the plant's estimated direct labor hours in this case. So my plant-wide estimated overhead cost is 2 million divided by the plant-wide estimated direct labor hours of 32. That is $62.50 per direct labor hour. If I want to apply overhead using this rate, I'm probably not going to ask you to do it by individual departments. I would ask you to give it to me in total. If you wanted to do this more straightforward, you could just take the entire $62.50 per direct labor hour. So I've got the plant estimated overhead rate. I need to apply that to the plant's actual basis, or the plant's actual direct labor hours in total. That's that 35,000 there. $2,187,500. You could have also done this for each department, taking the $62.50 assembly's actual direct labor hours, finishing's actual direct labor hours, and just adding them up. I get the same answer though, either way. Plant-wide overhead rate based on machine hours. So I need the plant's total estimated overhead cost over the plant's estimated machine hours. Still have estimated overhead cost of 2 million. Plant's estimated machine hours is that 20,000. $100 per machine hour. To apply that to the plant, I've got a plant-wide estimated overhead rate of $100 per machine hour. I need to apply it to the actual plant machine hours, which is that 15,000. $1,500,000. You could have also done it individually at the departments. Add those two up, I get 1,500,000. Same answer either way. Now, departmental rates. I'm going to go ahead and bring my data down. Assembly. So I'm looking at the assembly department, which means I only care about this data and then this actual data. I want the overhead rate, assuming they use direct labor hours as its basis. So this is the estimated info. I use it to get the overhead rate. I use this info to apply the rate. So I need assembly. They're not using machine hours as their basis. They're using direct labor hours. So I need assembly's estimated overhead cost of 1,200,000 divided by assembly's estimated direct labor hours of 12,000. Note that's a coincidence and it's also different. So don't read into that. The other one is machine hour, that's direct labor hours. The other is plant wide, this is departmental. That's just a coincidence. Finishing department using machine hours. So machine hours is its basis, so I do not care about the direct labor hours. To get the rate, I need finishing's estimated cost of 800,000 divided by finishing's estimated machine hours. $50 per machine hour. If I was asked to apply assembly's rate, which I calculated was 100 per direct labor hour, finishings was 50 per machine hour. The reason why I write these out like this is it tells me what my basis is. If I'm going to apply those rates and get total overhead for the departments, I need to apply, this is for assembly, I need to apply that times actual direct labor hours for assembly times actual machine hours for finishing. I need assembly's actual direct labor hours finishing's actual machine hours. It's just a coincidence that both of those are 10,000. $1 million applied to assembly, 500 to finishing. Note once again, coincidence up here, and note that the amounts assigned to the departments are reversed. Don't read into that. Okay. That is it for chapter 12. You want to be prepared to do questions similar to this. It's like a multiple choice type question. You want to be able to apply and estimate the rate for both plant-wide and departmental like that. You want to be able to do a written question for activity-based costing. Okay, that is the end of video 6. We'll pick back up with video 7, starting chapter 18. At the top of page 13.